Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Elliot Webber and in today's video, it's not an announcement video for once. We are going to be, I will give my reasons as to why I think the British F4 Championship is now the most important series on the TOCA package. So let's get straight into this. Now, of course, if you have been living under a rock for the past 6 months, you will know, you might not have known that the Ginetta Junior Championship and the Ginetta GT4 Super Cup will not be on the TOCA package this season or for the foreseeable future, as it has signed a 3-year deal. Ginetta have signed an exclusive 3-year deal to run alongside the British GT Championship. So the championships will still exist, they will still run, they will not be on the TOCA support series. Of course, a massive loss for the BTCC to lose Ginetta, and of course the Ginetta Junior Championship more importantly, because in my opinion the Ginetta Juniors was the most important when it was on the package, because of course it was 14 to 17 year olds either coming out of karting or most likely coming out of karting to pursue their motorsport career and to further their motorsport career, whether that be to then move on into single seaters, to move on into either the Clear Cup or the Mini Challenge, or maybe even straight into BTCC or even TCR. And then, of course, you could have had the GT career. You could have, let's say, you could have won the Ginetta Juniors. You could have moved into the GT4 Super Cup, then maybe into the Porsche Carrera Cup, and then maybe into the British GT Championship, and then so on and so forth. Potentially, of course, racing at races like Daytona or Le Mans. So yeah, a massive loss. But now why? And so with Ginetta's leaving, I do believe that the British F4 Championship is now the most important championship on the TOCA package. Of course, this year it will be celebrating its 10th year on the TOCA package. The British F4 Championship joined the package in 2013 under the name of the MSA Formula Ford Championship, of course powered by I believe a 1.5 EcoBoost engine. So essentially what you get in your Ford Fiesta. It was dominated. The first season was absolutely dominated by Dan Camish, who we now know, of course, is racing in the British Touring Car Championship. He will, of course, be returning with Napa in 2023. The second season was, I believe, won by Jade Kruger, who was a South African racer. I honestly don't know what he's doing now. If there's anyone who knows of him, then please let me know what Jade is doing, because I have absolutely no idea what Jade Kruger is up to now. 2015, this is an interesting one. My personal favourite season of the British F4 Championship. It was then changed to the MSA Formula Championship. Of course, brand new cars this year, but remaining with the 1.5 EcoBoost engine, I believe. And that season was won by someone called Lando Norris, and I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember what that kid's up to. Then 2016, this was when it did officially become the British Formula 4 Championship certified by the FIA. So it was officially an FIA certified series, which did mean and does still mean that you can now earn super license points in the British F4 Championship. Of course, you need super license points to get to F1. So this is now even more important now, and I'll get to that later. But 2016 was won by Max Futrell, formerly of the Renault Sport Academy. Unfortunately, he has not been racing the past few years due to budget, but I'm sure he will be back. He is, of course, now running with Lando Norris's esports team Quadrant, and does show up time to time on their YouTube channel. 2017, another interesting year, because 2017 had stars like Oscar Piastri and Logan Sargent. Of course, like Lando, they will be competing in Formula 1 this year. Oscar with McLaren and Logan with Williams, respectively. It also had Jamie Caroline, who won the championship. I believe he is doing British GT again this year. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. 2018, that was won by Kean Jewis, who, of course, is now the reigning Porsche Carrera Cup champion. I have no idea what he's doing this year. If anyone does know, let me know in the comments below. 2019 was won by Zane Maloney in his rookie year with Carlin. He, of course, is now about to start his rookie season in Formula 2 with Carlin and is now a Red Bull Junior. Big congratulations to Zane on that signing. 2020, the COVID year, essentially, Luke Browning would take that championship. He also is the reigning GB3 champion, or formerly the British F3 Championship. Luke, I believe, is rumoured to go to FIA F3, but again, I do not know. I believe his future is still up in the air at the minute due to budget restrictions. He beat Zach O'Sullivan, though, in that season in 2020. That was Zach's first season in single-seater racing, of course. As we now know, Zach O'Sullivan is scheduled to make his second season in the FIA Formula 3 Championship with Prema and the Williams Junior Academy. 2021, the championship was won by Matthew Rees with JHR Developments. In 2022, he made his first season debut in the GP3 Championship with JHR Developments. Again, I do believe he is scheduled to come back for a second season in GP3. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. And 2022, once again, that was dominated by a rookie, and that season, last season, of course, was dominated by Irishman Alex Dunn. He will be making his debut in the GP3 Championship later on this year. He beat Oliver Gray to the championship, or Ollie Gray as he's known as. Ollie will be making his F3 debut this year with Carlin and a part of the Williams Academy. That is basically a little rundown of the British F4 Championship for now. 2023, of course, will be starting later this year alongside BTCC. They'll be running at every round, I believe, 9 rounds this year, 9 or 10. So the majority of the season that the British F4 will be running alongside the BTCC, and that is in fact the most rounds that we will see of any TOCA package series this season. The Porsche Carrera Cup and the Porsche Sprint Challenge will be on the package as well as of course the mini JCWs and the Cooper class or the Cooper S trophy, as well as of course some guest appearances by the Radicals, by the Caterhams, by the Mini 7 Challenge and the Legends Championship, which that's going to be really exciting to watch at Brands Hatch, I'm sure. So yeah, why is the British F4 Championship so important to the TOCA package now? Well, of course, it is now essentially the flagship junior series. Of course, you can race in British F4 from 15 years old onwards. Of course, we have seen some youngsters come up most recently, Ugo Ukachukwu and Louis Sharp. Louis Sharp will be back in British F4 later this year, and Ugo Ukachukwu will be competing full-time in the Italian F4 series. Of course, Ugo is a McLaren junior and very highly rated. I'm sure we will see his name in the future, as well as Louis Sharp. But yeah, the British F4 Championship is sort of now the flagship junior series in the UK. Of course, the Ginetta Juniors will still be around, so there will be some competition. But I do think that Ginetta no longer being with the touring cars will hinder the junior championship. And I do think that now a lot of people will go, hang on, I want to be on the TOCA package. I want to run alongside the BTCC. And, you know, I need my name out there. So I think a lot of people will now look at a single-seater's career and then potentially move on to maybe tin tops or GTs. We have seen a lot of drivers in the past move from single-seaters to touring cars. Most recently, of course, Dexter Patterson last year moving from GB3 to BTCC with Laser Tools, and of course scheduled to make his second season with Team Hard this year. And another sort of big name moving on from single-seaters to touring cars is Ash Sutton himself. He raced in the British F4 Championship in 2014 when it was known as Formula Ford, and of course as well as Dan Camish. So a lot of drivers have raced in the British F4 Championship and then moved on to either touring cars or GTs. And I think, yeah, I do think that there will be a lot of names on the entry list in British F4 this year. Of course, as I mentioned, Louis Sharp will be making his second season and undoubtedly will be a pick for the championship. My personal pick for the championship this year. We've got Dion Gowder, who's moving up from Carlton. He will be Louis' teammate this year. And we have also got some big names from Ginetta Juniors moving up. Kanato Lee and Will McIntyre will be making their single-seater debuts with High Tech, the Japanese and the Brit. Two drivers to watch out for in the future as well, especially Will McIntyre, in my opinion. So yeah, some names that I'm sure we will see in the future. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think will win the 2023 British F4 Championship this year? Let me know in the comments below. And what do you think of the British F4 Championship? Is it good for the BTCC, or is it bad for the BTCC? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you are new around here, be sure to like this video, share with your mates as well, because it does help my channel grow, as I haven't mentioned it in a long time, but we are on the road to 200 subscribers. Hopefully, we can have 150 subscribers by the season opener in April. So do get subscribing, and of course, share with your mates. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.